Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into another episode of Tech Riffs. I'm your host, Killian Smith. I'm a systems engineer here at Worksighted. Today we're going to talk about something that has a lot of information, but it's really important to know, especially when you're buying new computers or equipment for your office or for your home applications. Video cables, adapters, and what they plug into. Because it's a lot of information, we're going to have a really nifty chart at the end of this video that you can check out, and there's also going to be a link to it at our website, www.worksighted.com. We'll go ahead and get started with one of the oldest ones that almost everybody has seen. This is a VGA cable. It's got some pins inside here, very commonly blue in color. I have seen it black and I've also seen it white, but I would say at least 95% of the time it is blue. We pick it up here and it does, the connection that it plugs into looks like this right here. Plugs in just like that. Now, VGA does carry an analog signal, which is not as high as resolution as most of today's modern monitors. So what they did was they started carrying digital, and that brings into play the DVI. See, it looks pretty similar to VGA. It has to have the pins inside, though they do look a little bit differently. Most commonly, we see this one be white, and it's going to plug in to something that looks like this right here. Moving on to something that we're starting to see a lot more common on a lot of today's, especially desktops. This one is literally just called the display cable. You see it's got this little notch, which makes it kind of trapezoidal with the silver tip there. It's got the button to lock it in place, and this one handles high resolution really, really well. We see this one pretty commonly on a lot of high-end graphics cards. Most monitors will accept this, and it plugs into something on both ends that looks kind of like this. And again, the display cable has come around because today's monitors and a lot of graphics cards are pushing out a lot higher resolution, a lot more information. So they needed a better highway in which to shove that information. So that's what that cable does well. On some of the newer style Dell docks, like you see here, and especially on a lot of Macintosh computers, MacBooks, MacBook Pros, and even some of their iMacs, they took that same technology and shrunk it down and made what's called the mini display. It looks just like this. Has a couple notches on both sides, but is essentially a lot smaller. We've got a newer style Dell dock here that we can kind of show you. It looks just like this. Plugs in this way. And finally, something we're starting to see more and more on computers, especially laptops and stuff like that, is the HDMI cable. You've probably been seeing this for years on TVs, but they transferred it to computers because it does a really, really great job at handling both audio and video across one cable. So you can take it and plug it into your TV. It'll transfer audio as well as it'll transfer video. So really great for presentations. And it plugs into something that looks like that. So, like I said, ton of information there. Don't worry, stick around after. There's going to be a nice little chart. We'll show a link to it on our website. You can go check it out. And I think that's a wrap for me. So now it's time for my shameless plug. You can find out more cool tips like this and other things by going to our website, www.worksighted.com.